Thought you'd be ready.
Good evening. Welcome to the February 9th, excuse me, City Commission meeting. This evening we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent meditation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our first order of business this evening is consideration of the previous minutes. Is there any questions or changes? If not, is there a motion?
I move that we approve the January 26th regular meeting and February 2nd special meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Again, voted with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Passes 5-0. Under second consideration for ordinances, second consideration for ordinance number 7988, which is a special use permit for a daycare. This would be a roll call vote. Is there any additional information?
There is none.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Roll call vote, begin with Commissioner Weekly.
Aye.
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 Aye. That also passes 5-0. Under new business is citizen participation. This is when if you have a petition or just desire to talk to us, please stand up at the podium and state your name. Seeing none, we will move forward. Item number 3 is the waiver of a liquor license for St. Joey Immaculata Conception Church.
Mr. Mayor and Commission, we have Mr. Leo Fink, the manager, here to speak about this tonight.
Really call me a manager, but that's thank you.
It says right
Very good, thank you. I'm honored.
He's the one that got hooked.
Well, once again, we're here to ask for consideration that we could have a liquor license. I mean, this has really become quite of a deal. I think this is our 17th year that we've been doing the St. Patrick's Day dinner, and it's really just come a real part of our community. And we really don't indulge too much in the beer, but it's just kind of makes it, more fitting for the Irish, and it works out well. And then for the St. Joseph, for the German Fest, it's really become quite a unique festival too. And again, it's really great. So we ask that you consider this again for us this year.
I'll give you a chance to do a little bit more advertising. You want to put some dates and
Oh yes, we can.
and whatnot with that?
Yeah, and we're going to have to do this from memory on that. The date for the German Fest, I'm not quite sure. But on the St. Patrick's Day, it is going to be just around the corner here. I think it's the 9th of March.
We
Well,
have
it's that
March
first Sunday.
6th. We have March
6th, March the 6th. I guess I should look at the deal. So I'm doing it from memory, so again. But I don't have the German Fest date yet. But,
We have June 4th.
June the 4th. Thank you very much. So you guys have done your homework every night. Not for the plug.
Is there any questions of the gentleman? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll take a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we waive the requirement for a liquor license for St. Joseph Immaculate Conception for the dates of March 6, 2016 and June 4th, 2016.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
That passes 5-0. Under resolutions, item number 4, resolution number B2129, Pioneer Group Development.
Mr. Mayor and Commission, each year about this time we come to you looking for the Commission's support for low-income housing tax credit applications to the state of Kansas. If you remember, Pioneer Group was here last year. They submitted an application. They just simply didn't get it. So this is the same project that they presented last year with, I think, one additional building. but the same type of project up on the VA campus. We approved it last year or endorsed their application last year, so it's before you again tonight with an executive summary, and they're going to put in for another round of low-income housing tax credits.
Okay. Any questions? No. Okay, no questions. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I move that we approve Resolution B2129, the Pioneer Group Development Veterans Administration Campus Grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Begin voting, Commissioner Weekly.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Item number 5 is Resolution B2130, Section 8 Management Assessment Program.
Mr. Mayor and Commission, this is an annual evaluation that we do of our own program or Section 8 program, and then we submit it to HUD. I'm asking you tonight to approve the submission of this report to HUD. I reviewed it. It was prepared by staff, and believe that it meets all its requirements.
Any questions? No questions. I'm open for a motion.
I move that we approve Resolution B2130, Section 8 Management Assessment Program.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Begin voting, Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. Under bids, contracts, and agreements, design contract for 2016 pavement management.
Mike McDonald, our Public Works Director.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mayor and Commission, this is a proposal from the Venice Corporation to provide the design services for the 2016 pavement management program. This is a follow-up from the study session item where we reviewed the various streets and our approach to getting the work done in 2016. Approximately $1.5 million of pavement work budgeted this year. In general, expect to see 2 contracts. One, a story seal focused contract, and the other is a mill and overlay contract, including work on arterial streets. We are also including another approximately $500,000 for continuing work on 20th Street headed south, hopefully to 19th Street Terrace and perhaps further. Kristen Leathers with the Venice is here this evening. If you have questions of her or their firm.
Okay. Is there any questions by the commission?
When, so this is for the design contract, and what's the time frame? If we approve this tonight, then when are we going to see the design work, and when are you going to start working on 20th, for example?
Assuming there's no giant surprises, the plans call to be completed to the city by April the 8th. And we would expect to turn those around and open bids hopefully within 30 to 45 days after that, and construct things in July, if not sooner.
Okay.
And maybe 2 separate bids. With the plans, first set of plans, we're expecting in April, first week in April, and the others hopefully be right there about the same time.
Does this one include 22nd Street? Between Limit and Violets, okay.
No, that's a separate.
That was separate, okay.
Any other questions? If not, I accept the motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we accept the design contract for 2016 pavement management program and award it to a Finis Corporation. Am I correct in that? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the amount of $113,960.
Second it.
We have a motion and a second. Begin voting, Commissioner Weekly.
Aye.
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 All right.
Passes 5-0. Excuse me. Number 7, bids for the Cherokee Street Bridge Replacement Project. Aye.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, this is a recommendation to award the low bid for rebuilding or replacing the bridge on Cherokee Street. It's immediately west of 11th Street. It is a project that's been a long time coming, and we were excited to see that Ori Knapp was a low bidder. Very favorable bids from a large number of contractors. We've worked with RENet before on big projects down on 3 Mile Creek at the mouth of the river, part of the sewer siphon restoration project. They are here this evening. If you have questions with them or their firm, we have verified their performance with references and find no reason to be concerned at this time.
Thank you, Mike. Any questions for Mr. McDonald?
The engineer's estimate down at the bottom, that's your estimate that you put together?
Yeah, work with our consultants to
Got it.
put that together.
So that's better than, a lot better than.
Okay, there was no additional questions?
One more of my standard
Sure.
question. If we award this, what's the time frame approximately, and how long will Cherokee be shut to traffic?
Talking with the contractor previously and also this evening, they indicate that they would start work the first week in March. Clearing it out, they've got to make way and remove some trees for the power company to finish their relocation effort. I think the entire project is 90 or 120 days. 90 days. The road will be closed probably the entire time, but we'll have some signs and detour up. Most folks, I think, will recognize that they should go up to perhaps Shawnee Street or something similar. Also, there's a couple of houses that are more directly impacted than others. One we're rebuilding a driveway or temporary driveway to, and the others during the course of construction. Most of the time they'll be able to access the driveway. There may be short periods of time when they may have to park on a different side of their house and walk to their home, but we do not anticipate any significant difficulties with that.
And Cherokee will be closed from where, Grand Avenue west to maybe 13th Street, that
Well,
block?
yeah, I think
12th?
next street over, I think it'll only just be that block, basically from Grand to 12, I think.
About 12th is the next street in Fiona. Okay.
Any other questions? If not, take a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the low bid from RA Knapp Construction not to exceed $928,027.69 for the Cherokee Bridge Replacement Project.
I second.
I have a motion and second. Begin voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. Number 8, contract number 2013-37, supplemental number 1, inspection contract for Cherokee Street Bridge replacement.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, this is a contract proposed with Wilson and Company. They were the designers of the project on Cherokee Street that we were just referencing. This is for limited inspection services during the course of the project. The city will be using our resources to inspect the vast majority of the daily inspection. However, with some of the things that need looking at, we feel that there's a need for additional staffing as well as technical expertise. The additional work that is being proposed is $14,150 to assist us with that extra work.
Any other questions? If not, a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve supplement number 1 to contract 2013-37 in the amount of $14,150.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Begin voting with Commissioner Weekly.
Aye.
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 Passes 5-0. Item number 9, bids for 11th Street pedestrian bridge.
One more time.
Thank you, sir. Once again, Mr. Mayor and Commission, this is a project we've talked about for a little while. This is their existing bridge on 11th Street north of Cherokee. This is immediately adjacent to the Cherokee Street Bridge project that was awarded a couple of items back. This is a separate and distinct project. It was bid at a similar time frame, and the low bid for this project was Baker Construction from Leavenworth. It will be removal of the existing deteriorated vehicle bridge and replacing it with a pedestrian bridge and doing some other repairs to some sewer lines and a few other odds and ends in the vicinity. We were very pleased again to see 6 bidders on the project, and costs were well within our estimate. And this particular project is funded on a 90% cost share with KDOT. This is part of their effort to eliminate the backlog of deficient bridges or closed bridges in the state. Small bridges such as this were eligible for the program. We're one of the few in an urban area that met the requirements. Most of these you typically see out in the counties or the smaller communities across the state. But we're pleased to bring this project in for our community as well as help the state with some of their concerns on bridges.
Any questions?
A couple of quick ones. Pedestrian bridge, how wide will that be now approximately? I don't.
I think it's 10 feet.
Okay, so kids can ride their bikes across
You'll
it?
be able to ride your bicycle.
Okay, we're not going to stop that because I know it'd be a great place to ride your bike across. Everybody that wants to.
Similar to, I think, what we see on the end of Candlewood Street that we did several years ago.
Okay.
Is that going to have any kind of barriers to prevent small cars from trying to go across it?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that anybody would do that, but we...
Well, you never know.
And
Not that I'm passing out ideas.
will Baker and Knapp will work together? Do they have to work together to coordinate some action, or can they work completely independent?
They can work pretty much independent, but there is an overlap in the projects, and it was spelled out in both sets of plans.
So they both know the other one is working
Gonna
on
be
something?
working in there.
Okay.
And this one, I believe, will also be starting in that March timeframe. They've got to order the bridge is the biggest part. But I think they're going to get started as soon as possible. And it doesn't, in this case, it's been closed for so long, I don't know that it's going to make too much difference. We look forward to it opening as quickly as possible.
Yeah. I just don't want one group to do their project, another group starts their project, and they tear up the other person's work. As long as they're coordinating that.
We tried to coordinate the specifications and the plans for both projects to make it clear what the expectations were for each contract.
This is Mr. Knapp here.
Yes, it is.
You're not gonna, you'll work with the guy on the bridge project, right? We need both of them. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? If not, take a motion.
I move that we approve the low bid received from Baker Construction not to exceed $116,740 for the 11th Street pedestrian bridge replacement project.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Beginning voting with Commissioner Preisinger.
Aye.
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 That passes 5-0. Consent agenda.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, I submit the claims for January 23rd, 2016 through February 5th, 2016 in the amount of $1,371,483.27. Net payroll number 3 dated February 5th, 2016 in the amount of $283,586.21.
Second. Have a motion and a second. Begin voting with Commissioner Weekly.
Aye.
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 That's accepted, 5-0. Any additional items the commissioners like to bring about? Commissioner Weekly?
I know that on our study session, we looked at the raising the T21 issue, raising the tobacco age to 21, and I had thought that we typically use our boards and commissions for consultation and to study an issue. So I'd like to submit, since we were looking for input from the youth of our community, we do have a youth commission, and we have never asked them to participate in anything, but I would like to get their input on this issue since it will affect them, and to pose it to them maybe with some parameters on consulting with their peers, what their findings are. It would give the youth of our community a voice in this issue, too.
Agree too.
And I think it's a great idea, Youth Advisory Commission, which we appoint. I have had some educators from the high school approach me, and I said, you guys can work on that. And they said that they may have some students that want to speak to it one way or the other, and if that happens at the meeting, it does, or if it doesn't, the student council or their student leadership or whatever it might be. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Well,
But the YAC, we appoint appoint those kids, and for the most part, it's a grip and grin that they can put on their resume, and let's have them do something.
Yeah, like I said, and I think it would, like I said, it would give them a voice, but they can also go to their peers
Sure.
and get that input, that there's no other way that we would get that information on that, so.
Anything else, Lisa?
Nope, that'll do it.
Nancy?
I don't have anything.
Mark?
I have nothing.
Nope, check, we're good.
And I have nothing. Paul?
Next week, February 16th, we will not have a study session. Our next study session will be Tuesday, March 1st, and we'll have 4 or 5 items on that, so it'll be a good study session, but we won't have one next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
If that is it, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second.
You always do that really fast.
That's always the quickest one.
Busiest in the end.
Begin voting, Commissioner Pricing.
Aye.
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 We are adjourned.